Okay children, once again welcome back. So what did we understand? Adipose tissue, accumulation of fat globules between the skin layers and between the organs. It acts like an insulator, and one of the functions of connective tissue is acting like insulation, gives insulation to the body. That is about first adipose connective tissue taken care of. Now what is the second one? Areolar tissue. What is it? Areolar tissue. Let us see. Now, when you place an order online for let us think a camera lens. You placed an order for a camera lens, and you got that camera lens. And do you think that they will send the camera lens just like that in a carton box and do what is provided for that? For handle with care will be there. Handle with care, if I handle it carefully, is that enough? Something else should be there to protect that camera lens inside the box. What is it usually? A thin layer of bubbly polythene cover. We play with that, tap like that, we play with that. What is the purpose of it? It is for protecting the delicate thing which is present, fragile thing which is now the camera lens. Our internal organs are also very fragile. Like when I was talking to you about connective tissue, I told you my stomach is here. Suppose I jump up and down, will my stomach also go up and down like that? It won't. It stays in its place. Have you ever felt that your stomach is going up and down along with you when you are jumping or running or doing any such activities? Or your heart is also coming up and down like that? The organs are placed in the places and they are fixed to the places. How is it possible? It is possible with the help of areolar tissue. Areolar tissue will help you to hold the organs. Every organ is covered with this delicate tissue which we call it as areolar tissue. Areolar, that gives a kind of protection to every organ. For example, our heart is having layers, pericardial membranes. Lungs are having pleural membranes. Like that, every organ has its own protective layer, and all these are made up of areolar tissue. They are made up of areolar tissue. Now, how does an areolar tissue look like? I forgot to show you this adipose tissue. How does it look like? The cells will be like this, and between the cells you will find this kind of accumulation. That is adipose tissue. Fine. I just skipped. It is there in your textbook, children. It's easy. Now, when it comes to areolar tissue, I want you to give a clear picture of it, because it looks so clumsy. You may think that it is difficult to draw. It's easy, children. Actually, you draw thick lines like this. Thick lines like this. Whichever way you want, you draw. Nobody is going to question you why you drew that like this, why you didn't draw like that. Nobody is going to question. However, your artistic mind calls you to draw, you draw like that, and it is accepted. Okay, draw like this. These are white bands. Think of them as white fibers. Actually, white fibers, the thick ones. And then draw thin ones like this. They are yellow fibers. Yellow fibers. And then draw phagocytes. Phagocytes. Phagocytes means the ones which demolish things. And then you draw star-shaped fibroblast. Fibroblast. This is important for your areolar tissue. Now, this, just fill it like this. Now, I have done very successfully a clumsy picture for you, but easy to draw. I just hope that you notice how I did it. Just the way you want, you can draw. The white fibers should be thick, yellow fibers should be thin, and phagocytes should be circular, and fibroblasts should be star-shaped. Just keep that in mind. Now, what did we understand? First thing is, it will cover every internal organ to hold it in place, in place, right? The second thing is it will help in injury recovery of injury. When there is an injury, the fibroblast will release fibrins. These are all fibers, no? They tie up the area, and what do? They help in recovering from injuries. That is where fibroblasts plays an important role. So what is it? First thing is covering every internal organ to holding it in its place. So connecting muscle to the organs. That is where you come across it, and help in recovering from injuries. It can be like fighting against diseases also. So this is about areolar tissue. Now I hope you understood it. Areolar tissue. Two tissues we have learnt now. The next one is blood. It is very interesting. What is all blood about? Shall I wipe the board? Yeah. Blood is also called a connective tissue. Why is it called a connective tissue? Because it is connecting all parts of the body. Whichever region you touch, of course except your hair, you take a hair like this and break it, you don't get blood. When you take a nail cutter and cut your nail, you are not going to get blood. Other than that, whichever part of your body you try to prick, you get blood. That means blood is present from the top of your head to the tip of your toe. And what is it doing? It is connecting every cell in our body. It is connecting every cell in our body. And what is which state it is? It is not solid. It is liquid state. That's why it is called fluid connective tissue. Fluid connective tissue. Why is it called connective tissue? Is because from the tip of our head till the top of our head to the tip of the toe, the blood is touching every single cell which is functioning in our body. Every single living cell is receiving nutrients and oxygen and giving away the waste and carbon dioxide through the blood only. Blood is helping to touch all parts of the body. That's why we call it as connective tissue. Because it is in fluid form, we call it as fluid connective tissue. So what is importantly there in blood? Blood has maximum percentage of water in the form of plasma. In the form of plasma. Blood is almost 90% is water in the form of plasma. And what else? Blood is red in color. Blood is red in color. Why is it red in color? Because of the presence of heme in it. It has heme in it. And what is heme? Heme is nothing but hemoglobin. Hemoglobin. This is a pigment. This is the pigment from iron. And what happens here is this hemoglobin is what is helping the transport of various things in our body. So that's why your illness or wellness can be described by observing your blood. The illness or wellness of yourself can be decided by observing the blood. And what pumps blood? Let us notice three important organs. Heart. Blood means always we think of heart. Other organs we won't think of. But for your understanding I am telling you, lungs and kidneys. Keep this in mind. It doesn't mean that other organs are of no use. Digestive system is helping in replenishing the nutrients and all that. Heart is for pumping blood. Heart is for pumping blood. Lungs are for exchanging gases in blood. Exchanging gases in blood. Kidneys are for filtering the blood from impurities. Filtering the impurities in blood. And it touches the digestive system to absorb the nutrients from there. It touches all the other parts. For example, for all the parts to either collect water, collect hormones or whatever. It keeps on touching all the different parts of our body. So the three important organs that we can understand about blood: Heart pumps the blood, lungs exchanges the blood, gases in the blood, and then kidneys filter the impurities from the blood. And now let us know more about blood. Blood is fluid connective tissue, we thought, and most important thing is you need to know some very interesting facts about blood. We have 5 liters of blood in our body. In our body we have 5 liters of blood, and in 24 hours, 36,000 liters of blood keeps moving around, pumps for 20,000 km, 20,000 kilometers in our body. Is it not a wonder? We can't walk 36,000, 20,000 kilometers in one day. We can't walk. Even if I take my car also, I won't be able to go. But in our body, without any external force and external energy being supplied, 36,000 liters, that means I have only 5 liters. But the 5 liters, how many kilometers is it traveling? 20,000 kilometers it is traveling, and 36,000 liters are being pumped by a small organ which is the size of my fist, not more than that. This small fist sized heart is able to pump 36,000 liters of blood for 20,000 kilometers in just one day. Imagine the wonder of it. And another thing is, in 1 ml of blood, adult blood, in 1 ml of adult blood, you have minimum of millions of blood cells, millions of red blood cells. And if all the blood of an adult is taken, all the red blood cells are strung into a big garland like string. 7 times we can circle the earth at the equator, not even at the poles so that it is small. At the equator, for 7 times you can circle the blood cells string. So those many cells are there in one adult person. Much more interesting facts we'll learn tomorrow, children. Thank you. Have a good day.